Hi, my name is Sebastian and I am professional photographer. Today's topic is inspired by little chit chat I'd had with a friend of mine who just got into photography, and we had this talk about the lenses and what is one of my favorite lenses. What he told me, it struck me that 2.8 is too dark lens and it should be 1.4. And then I realized how many people kind of get scammed about this lenses industry. You overspend your budget and you pay extreme amounts of money to get this shallow depth of field and things like that. But like in a real world, and I will speak just from commercial photographer filmmaker perspective, you never use almost 1.4 aperture. I mean, I could probably go with any 4.0 lens and it still be okay. And reason for that, you want your products be sharp, and these 1.4 lenses, especially 85, 105, I don't know, 90, anything over 50, if you go for 1.4, it is like tiny details where you have this depth of field, like you can't really see the detail. It's just like little thing, and then you have all over the bokeh. It doesn't really show anything. Now I will show you some of my favorite lenses, and I will explain why you shouldn't spend too much money on this 1.4 lenses, especially like when you think about it. Before, in DSLR times, 1.4 were tiny. Now this all 1.4 lenses are quite big and heavy. If you shoot outdoors, weight matters a lot. Then this is 90mm. I did whole my portfolio from 921 was done on this lens. I had this on photo camera all the time, rarely change it for anything. Then Batis 25-2. This lens I usually use for videos, and if I shoot something at nighttime for longer and I want to see the stars and things like that, then probably I will go for this lens. I don't use it that much, but it's lovely sharp lens. But mainly I use it for videos. This is 85 beaten up 1635 4, light or pretty lightweight, very durable lens. I did a lot of projects with this lens before I had my 90mm. I really like it. Lately I should kind of came back to this lens and shoot more and more with it. Well, when you think that for same focal length you have to spend loads of money to have like 16-35 2.8 on the wide angle lens, I don't think it's necessary, especially if, let's say, if you're landscape photographer, you will shoot anyway like aperture 8 and 16. What is the point to pay extra? And then here we have 70-100, not G Master, just classic G or whatever they call. And the reason I got this one is, again, I don't need 2.8, especially on this focal lens, because background will be blurry anyway. Like from 70 to 200, there is no way you need more background separation than that. It's light, and that was main reason. I often go to the mountains and I often have to carry like video camera and photo camera at the same time, and weight of the gear matters. For me, it didn't really have sense to spend extra for 2.8 version because I don't really need that aperture for my projects anyways. Okay, who should invest in super bright lenses? I think, in my opinion, mainly people who shoot astrophotography, people who shoot at night, and I think only they will see the benefit from this type of lenses. My background was studio photography, especially fashion, and I didn't shoot anything on 1.4 back then. It was like aperture, I don't know, 8, mainly 8, 11, because you had like these bright studio strobes. Now when I work, I play around from 2.8 to, let's say, 8-ish, but sometimes I go up to 22. Aperture it should be based on your vision, not just you shoot 1.4 because it's trendy and all guys from forums or Instagram shoot that way. It should be your choice, and if you feel like you need this type of lens, buy it, but in my opinion it's waste of money. That's it. But I think about doing episodes how if I would start career or hobby into different genres of photography, what gear would I pick? And mainly it would be used market or vintage market. If you're interested, just write comment below and I will produce this type of episode. Then probably you can learn how to not break a bank and get really good gear, because the image sensors in cameras didn't change much in last years. Then I don't think it's worth to spend thousands of dollars on something that it's not much better than let's say 3 years old camera or 4 years old camera, or like this Fuji, I don't know, it's 10 years or wherever, it works fine. Then yeah, subscribe and see you next time.